What's up, YouTube? Not so Team Fairies. We're back today talking about some new cards that were leaked 2 days ago, yesterday, something like that. They were leaked this week though. For the new set for G Set 8 and all. Just whatever. Gonna go over the new cards, what they do, my thoughts on the new cards. I kind of I've already read them all before, so like I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, but whatever. So the first card is Setting Sun Knight Herinius. Whatever, this guy. He's actually pretty cool. For what he is, I like him. So he's on grade 2, 9K, whatever, blah blah blah. Generation Break 1, Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1. When you call him to a rearguard circle, you look at top 3 cards of your deck. Call one of them to open to any rearguard circle. My bad, any rearguard circle. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And then, if you have a card with Vanguard Gurgwit in his name, he and the unit you call get 3K power until the end of the turn. I mean, I like this unit honestly because it lets you call to anything, and yeah, it's Gem Break restricted, but like it gives Azel that random support. Like, I like the fact that you can you can use it in other Gold Paladin decks, and then like, oh, but if you're using Gurgwit, you get an extra bonus, but you don't have to use it in Gurgwit. So I like that, and it has no rarity listed. It'll probably be a rare, actually, to be honest, simply because, for the most part, most of these recently have been rares. The initial versions were like double R's, but like now they've been rares. The next unit is next for Era Regalia Scold, and he's pretty cool. So he's grade 1, 7K, blah blah blah. Rearguard circle, choose 3 normal units with your Regalia unit's card name from your drop zone and put them on the bottom of your deck in your order. So yeah, you can't freaking have a bunch of triggers in your deck, even though there's only one of each trigger type for Regalias, but whatever. I mean, like, people run the crit you obviously run the heals, everyone runs heals, and then the stand has the Norn effect, so it's pretty good. At the end of your turn, if you have a Vanguard Regalia in his card name and the number of cards put into your drop zone from your soul this turn is 3 or more, so basically still buys 3 more cards. You may pay the cost if you do draw a card and soul charge 1. Now, see, the interesting thing about this is this. I don't know whether there's like, there's no clause of you can only activate one of these effects per turn. So you have 3 of these on the field, you can just draw 3 cards, which is insane. I mean, Regalia is like they need something that can really support Minerva though. Because I mean, Yggdrasil's still cool and all, but I mean, the issue with Yggdrasil is if like we have V-Guardians, so like Guard Restrict isn't even that big a deal. I mean, it can still, you can definitely still cheese off Guard Restrict. Like, Lord knows it can happen. I mean, I've done it still, but like in casual games. But like it's not, Guard Restrict just isn't as good. It's not as reliable. Like my deck has this one Guard Restrict push that I just kill you. Like that doesn't work anymore. You can't. It just can't because every deck has answers to that now. Then we have the Darkness PG for Dark Regulars, Greedy Succubus, and this thing looks interesting. Oh wait, no. I thought this was like the face. No, here it is. So it's a PG Sentinel, blah blah blah, whatever the usual Sentinel stuff. Can only protect the Vanguard, and its skill is, ooh, wow, this card's actually a lot better than what I thought. Oh my gosh, this card's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did not read the soul part. So the skill activates in the soul, which is, oh my gosh. So when it's in the soul, Gem Break 1, it's darkness. So if the ability turns on if a card is put into your soul this turn, and what the great thing is, that even counts itself, because it doesn't. Oh man, that's insane. Because of how darkness works and everything. So you choose one of your grade 1 and less rearguards, retire it, and then add it to your hand from your soul. Oh man, that's so good. So like, you can just soul charge your PG and it doesn't even matter. Like, you can just grab it. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This might just be the best like effect PG and straight up. Like, this might just be the best effect PG, like just straight up, because wow, that is so good. Like, you can just add it to your hand. Oh man, from your soul. That's if Dark Regalers had a way to soul charge from the drop zone or something, Oh my gosh, that would be too good. That would be too good. Um, then we have Rumbling Shade. This is a Grand Blue unit. Surprise, surprise. So it's a hollow unit. So you have to get a Soul Reaper to kill it. Um, and then if you do call upon a Soul Reaper to try to kill it, it gets this. Um, actually, no. This unit has no hollow abilities. That's really weird. Like calling it a hollow it's just hollow for the sake of being an archetypal hollow card. That's interesting. So its skill is its rearguard. Oh, and it's when it attacks Vanguard, if it's on the rearguard circle, you can mill 2, and then it becomes the 11k attacker. So this essentially gets rid of Ruin Shade. Like Ruin Shade kind of. I'm not gonna say Ruin Shade's completely obsolete because you can use Ruin Shade's effect on the Vanguard circle, but does that does that even matter? Like, wow, they just straight up like, nah, we reprinted Ruin Shade because everyone could play it because like Ruin Shade was impossible, like super hard to get, and I'm like, nah, we're just gonna make it obsolete now. Wow, and they got the new art and everything. Wow, and then it has a gem break ability too. When it intercepts, if the number of cards in your hollow with the hollow ability drop zone is 4 or more, then it gets an extra 5k shield, which is kind of, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, but the reason why you would play this over Ruin Shade is that you can it counts as a hollow unit, and I forgot the name of that card, but it's a stride unit that lets you, like, when you stride it, you just take 3 cards from your deck and mill them. And if you milled like 2 hollow units, you can call a Ghosty from your drop zone to the center column behind the Vanguard. So, I mean, it has that advantage over it, and the Gem Break ability, it seems very situational, but Ruin Shade doesn't have it, so like, it's better to have it and not need it than, need it and not have it, so, as they say. This unit's okay. I can see people definitely playing this at the 1 or 2 because, or actually just 1 because Grand Blue is, once again, like, because that stride unit I mentioned earlier, you can play 1-ofs in Grand Blue and it's fine. Like, you'll see them consistently because you can just mill it with that, so this unit definitely is going to be seeing some play. It'll probably be another rare or common. And the last unit, the most interesting one of all. Oh man, I gotta find these cards now too, because I own this deck. Or I owned this deck. Is Arbros Dragon Einsafor. Freaking, we're going back to the Time Lords of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or 5Ds. Oh man, that's one of the Time Lords of the name. It's Einsafor. I am 99% positive of that. This is the first Neonectar Raichu from, I want to say, yeah, set 8 when Aquaforce first showed up. Oh man, this is a stride. So on Vanguard Circle, once returned, Soul Blast 1, you have an Arbros, if you have a heart card with Arbros in its name, until the end of the term, this unit gets a skill. And the skill it gets is, on Vanguard Circle, when it attacks, choose one of your rear guards and search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that unit, call to Rearguard Circle and shuffle your deck. And then it also gets a Gem Break 2 ability. All units with Arbros in its card name in your front row get 5k power. So this thing's interesting. I mean, Arbros, for those of you guys who don't know, because it's kind of old, is it was basically it was a ride chain that basically it functioned the same way Asha functions, essentially, where you want to have like multiples of the same cards, like multiples of the same card names, and then all those cards, like if you have multiples, like all the copies get 3k power. They got like, I want to say they got 3k power, which, I mean, 6k back in the day, that was pretty decent. It was pretty respectable, for its time. Well, kind of, but not really, because cost-wise were a thing. But whatever. That's another. Excluding that, like in terms of like just getting power, that was pretty respectable. I don't know if this will bring it back. I mean, so people are definitely gonna play it, but I mean, you have Lemons, you have Sour Slicer, you have Maiden of Flower Screen, so, and you have Green Shot Out for that matter too. So I mean, you definitely have ways to like use the ability and stuff, but I don't know if it's gonna be like relevant or even. I mean, someone out there is gonna try and mix with Asha. I mean, you can go for it, I guess, but most Asha decks, the Great One and the Great and stuff, they need the Asha Vanguard, but I mean, it'll definitely be interesting to see where people are going to go with it and how they'll use I don't think it's gonna be that good, honestly, but whatever, we'll see. I mean, I already have the ride chain, so I might as well just, build it if this thing's like a rare or something. But knowing them will probably be like a double R or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, those are all the new cards so far they've shown for the set, aside from the reprint. In terms of thing I'm excited about, I'm kind of actually most excited about this card and this card. These two, I think these are gonna be the most interesting ones, because I can like put this in Azel, because why not? Even though Azel's not even that good, but whatever. And Regalia is actually getting support because freaking Bushiroad forgot all about Regalia. Like, what the hell's Regalia? Like, oh my gosh. But it'll be interesting to see how what else they decide to do. Hopefully Regalia gets more support, so that can help them nerf out. But yeah, anyways, this has been Natsu /KB15 Fairy Tail, signing out.